Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In this video we are going to be doing an unboxing. Now this unboxing isn't of a new release or anything like that. It's an older model that I've just needed to get for quite a long time just to kind of pay tribute to this aircraft, and it's a part of, you know, American history and kind of like that airline industry. It's a very iconic plane. Before I say anything else about it, I'm just going to go ahead and unbox this. Now I actually ordered this yesterday. I did pay for next day delivery, and of course because it's not a new release, you know, it came within the day, so very excited about this. Ordered it yesterday, as I said, and here is the plane. It's only one, but there we go. Okay, so we have the 2018 rendition of the Gemini Jets MD-90. Now if you remember my fleet, you'll actually know that I already do actually have one of these aircraft. This is it, and this is the box. This is the 2013 rendition. This is the 2018 rendition. As you can see, it's got the whole 20th anniversary of Gemini Jets on there, when this one doesn't. The reason why I decided to get a new one is well, it was retiring, and so I wanted to add one to my fleet, and I wanted to replace this one, because this one, if you don't know, I actually got this a while back as a traded model, and it actually came a bit messed up. You know, there's a lot of, like, the paint's all like chipped, and there's some weird like glue on it, and it's been broken in the past, and you can see the previous owner has tried to like glue pieces on, and it didn't really work that well. So I've always wanted to replace this model because I do like the MD-90. It's a very interesting aircraft, and I thought because the actual MD-90 from Delta is actually retiring in 5 days time. It's retiring on the 1st of June, and I was tempted to maybe get like an MD-88, because the MD-88 is, the final flight is actually going to be from Washington Dulles to Atlanta. The MD-90 is actually going to be from Buffalo to Atlanta, so it doesn't have as much of a sentimental value as the MD-88 does, but I just couldn't find an MD-88 on the aircraft model store, so I settled for an MD-90. You know, they look very similar anyway, so I just decided to go for it. It's not like I'm going to include this in a lot of updates. It was more, I got it for the same reason I got my American MD-83, because I got this model not because I was going to use it in updates, because of course it's retired, but because it's, you know, it's a part of American's history. It's a beautiful aircraft, it's in a beautiful livery, and that's kind of the same reason I got the Delta one as well. So I'm going to put the old Delta MD-90 off to the side, and as well as the box, and we're just going to unbox this aircraft. So as I said, this is a 2018 rendition. I got my American MD-83 in 2019, I think it was, and that one, you know, is an interesting mold. I'm wondering whether this is going to be the same, not the same mold obviously because they are different aircraft, but the same style of mold, you know, with the landing gear and all of that kind of stuff. Just taken out of the box now, and it's going to be very nice to have like a fixed and, you know, good version of this aircraft in my fleet. So here is the model. Right, now before I go into detail on the model, I'm going to talk about the actual plane itself. So this, the registration of this Delta MD-90 is November 904 Delta Alpha. It's 25 years old. It was delivered to Delta in March of 1995. This is the 2096th one of these that has come off the production line, and it uses 2 IAG engines. Currently, this specific aircraft is stored. However, the MD-90 is an aircraft that's not yet, but it will be retiring in 5 days' time. Prior to COVID-19, Delta flew 29 of these, and as I said, it's going to be retiring on June 1st, so 5 days' time, and it's going to be flying from Buffalo to Atlanta. Zooming in on the model now and going through in detail, you can see at the front here we've got the cockpit windows here, as well as the eyebrows on the aircraft, very famous traits of the MD-90, and then down there we've got the nose, of course, and the forward landing gear. Now the forward landing gear was the only thing I had a beef with about the American MD-83. However, this one seems to be good, and yes, I am complimenting Gemini Jets. I do that quite a bit, but you know, the people from Gemini Jets don't tend to look at these videos, they just look at the ones where I'm slating them. But yeah, here you can see this is the MD-83, and you can see it's just the forward landing gear. The main landing gear is fine on this one, but the forward landing gear is just a bit plasticky. However, the one on the MD-90 isn't, so that's actually quite good. Moving back on the model now, you can see we've got the service door. Of course, on the other side there'd be the L1 door. This is the service door here. Then we've got the Delta titles as well in the, of course, the new livery. Well, Delta has had this livery for a long time, so of course they painted the MD90s into it. When I'm talking about American, of course, they kept all their Mad Dogs in their older livery. And moving along, we've got that, of course, the long body of the MD90, and then the wings are further back as well. We've got the wings here as well as the markings on the wings for the emergency exits there. And then we've got the main landing gear as well with the blue underbelly, and we won't flip the plane over completely, but yeah. And then at the back here we've got the American flag with the registration, which is of course November 904 Delta Alpha. And then at the back we've got the IAE engines that the Delta MD90 uses, and then at the back there we've got of course the T-tail of the MD90 with the Delta logo on the tail. When comparing the 2013 rendition of it to the 2018 rendition, there aren't a lot of changes. I believe this is the exact same mold. I can't really spot any differences. The landing gear seems the same as well, even though they have gone through renditions of different landing gear on different aircraft. The landing gear on these two models does look to be the same, and to be honest, there doesn't seem to be a lot of difference. I believe this is literally just a copy and pasted model, the same mold, same everything really. I'm going to check if this is the same registration. Okay, so the 2013 one is November 901 Delta Alpha, and this one is, what was it again? 904. So yeah, they are different MD90s. I don't know the status on this one. I know this this one that is the 2018 rendition. This one is currently stored, so it probably won't fly for Delta again, as it's, you know, stored because of the coronavirus, and it's going to be retired in 5 days time anyway. I'm going to look up the activity of this one real quick. Okay, so just looking on planespotters.net here, you can see this is the aircraft, the 2013 rendition anyway. This is 26 years old, and airframe status is stored, so I presume that means stored from the coronavirus situation, so it's probably the same, in the same boat as this one basically. This is going to be more of a replacement than an addition. This is probably going to go in my aircraft boneyard, as it were, with my American Chrome 737 that came broken and some of my other broken models, just because, you know, it's a little bit messed up, and yeah, I'll keep it, but I won't have it in my main fleet. So yeah, I can take it now and put it in its rightful new home. So this is my shelf here. You can see this is where the American MD83 is gone. That's a gap for my up and coming American A320. Got my United shelf here, American Delta shelf. This is where the old one left, so I'm going to grab the model real quick and put it in its new rightful home next to the Delta A220 and the 717. The 717 being in a similar family to the MD90, the 717 has been announced that they are going to speed up the retirement of this aircraft. However, they aren't going to completely retire it because of the coronavirus. I believe that's going to go for a little bit longer, but this one, of course, 5 days time, and that won't be flying anymore, sadly. I do want to increase my Delta collection a little bit more. Of course, I've got the 757s here. I've got the wingleted version, the non-wingleted version. The reason I got this one is because they use this as a sports charter from Dallas. I've got the 737-900. I want to get an 800 version with scimitars, and then I've got the A220, Delta MD90, Delta 717, and Delta CRJ 200. I want to increase this collection, especially the connection aircraft. So I want to get a CRJ 700, CRJ 900, like an E170 or 75 or something like that. But yeah, that's kind of like my Delta collection at the moment. It's my weakest collection out of the main three legacy carriers. Of course, United is the strongest. This is my second United shelf as well. American is like my second one. It's kind of like, it's alright. And then Delta is my weakest with just one row. But hopefully one day, Delta, it'll be reaching the back there. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, apart from that, I'll conclude my video here. Why not? Actually, no, I'm not, because I do want to suggest something. I do have this model now. I got a few questions about this model in my collection video. A lot of you guys saw that and didn't realize I had this model in my collection, and so I'm wondering about doing like a review of this model and putting it up either tomorrow or the next day or something like that. This is the Austrian 767, so I might upload that because a lot of you had questions about this and where I got it and all all of that, so I might do that either tomorrow or the next day, because I never actually did an unboxing of this aircraft, so that'll probably come out tomorrow or something like that. But apart from that, that does conclude this video. I hope you did enjoy, and apart from that, I will see you in the next video. Bye.